Hello everyone and welcome to Better Know a Congressman. Today we're talking about Joe Walsh, the representative from Illinois' 8th Congressional District. He's our first Republican, our first freshman representative, and our first champion of the Tea Party. Now, full disclosure, I don't like this guy, but I think it'll be pretty obvious why in a little bit. Quick background. Joe Walsh started out as a teacher, both at the high school and the college level. He was a social worker, and then he became a libertarian policy advocate. He did that for several years before finally getting elected in 2011. One of his big things has been eliminating urban poverty, which is good, but he only wishes to do so through market-based reforms, which is not only not so good, but also vague. He's a big fan of what he calls no-compromise legislation, but what I call spite for the sake of spite. What it is he refuses to compromise on any piece of legislation that he puts forward at all. As you can guess, this makes it very difficult to pass bills in a place where you have a two-party system. And although, like all Tea Party people, he seems to be obsessed with the Constitution, he doesn't seem to realize that the Constitution itself was based on the idea of compromise. But enough opinion, some of the things he's done. He was one of the people who was vehemently opposed to raising the federal debt ceiling, and we all know how well that turned out. He rejects any and all tax increases on the wealthy, and he believes that our entire social safety net, including Social Security and Medicare, is probably unconstitutional. My pre-existing condition, and I take issue with that. He also has some weird views on the president. He's been quoted as saying that President Obama won the election largely because he's black and there was a lot of white guilt going around at the time. For the record, that? Crazy. So it really seems, based on his record, that he doesn't like to do much other than hold up the system and insist on cutting spending on everything while increasing taxes on no one, including those who can spare the money. Because I don't care what you say, if you make over $250,000 a year, you're wealthy. Fun fact, in Illinois' recent redistricting, he was actually drawn out of his own district. That means when they redid the district lines, where he lives is no longer in Illinois' 8th district, so he can no longer represent them. Now he's claiming that this is, surprise, unconstitutional. And he's insisting that he's running for re-election, but he has not said which district it's in. He may still run in the 8th district, and that could be interesting. Well, that's all for me, and now you know Joe Walsh just a little bit better.